Once again, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy. The real news behind the news. I'm going to be very brief again. Today is Friday, October 8th, 2021. And y'all want to hear some of the craziest stuff? You can't even make this up in a comedy movie or a science fiction movie. Up in the state of New York, the governor of New York said she's about to drop the hammer and fire almost 72,000 qualified healthcare workers who refuse to take the vaccination shot. And you know how she's going to replace them? With unqualified, and in most cases unvaccinated, National Guard troops. How crazy is that, man? You think about it. She's jeopardizing the health of all those citizens who depend upon the frontline healthcare workers. Remember just last year, the frontline healthcare workers were heroes. Now because they're not going along with this corporate push to hold our government and hold us hostage by forcing us all to take one of their vaccination shots, you're creating more of a crisis. You already got a shortage of healthcare workers. You're finna fire 72,000 qualified healthcare workers around the state of New York and replace them with unqualified National Guard healthcare workers. These National Guard workers are basically medics and stuff like that. But you're talking about firing nurses and phlebotomists and people who are needed to keep the healthcare chain going and moving. You're talking about firing 72,000 of them just because they refuse to take the vaccination. Think about it. If your healthcare workers who have been on the front line for the last year, almost 2 years now, fighting this pandemic, if they're refusing to take the vaccination, they might know a little bit more or have a little bit more of a uneasiness about it than the general public. But again, the governor of New York, to show you how mad these folks are and how controlled they are by the pharmaceutical companies. This woman is literally fixing to fire 72. I think she already started firing 72,000. Not 7,200, not 72, but 72,000 healthcare workers are being fired because they refuse to take the vaccination. And they're going to replace them with National Guard troops. How crazy is this, man? Do y'all realize we living in an alternative reality where, again, if I even tried to make something like this up, my mind would not be capable of doing it. Even brilliant as I am, I wouldn't even be able to make nothing like this up. It's all about power and control. Exactly, Ron. It's really about, I gave this analogy. Your pharmaceutical companies are the pimps. Your politicians are their whores. And we're their tricks. And they selling us some bad coochie, which is the vaccine, that don't even work after 2 months. And we're being forced into taking something that we know the recent studies in Israel and Qatar and other studies are showing that these vaccinations do not work after 2 months. So why the hell are they forcing us to take something that does not work? Like you said, Ron, power and control. They finna fire 72,000 people in the middle of a pandemic. 72,000 healthcare workers in the middle of a pandemic. Man, y'all be blessed.